This is a great thought experiment that combines the unique, humorous lore of Vinesauce's Terminal 7 with classic Nintendo characters. Since this is purely a hypothetical fan crossover, the effects of the disease would revolve around its most famous, joked-about rule: the inability to eat meat. Here is a breakdown of how Terminal 7 would affect key Nintendo characters, especially those whose lore or in-game abilities involve consumption. 1. Characters heavily impacted: the Eaters. These characters' signature abilities or dietary habits would be severely compromised by the no meat restriction. Character affected ability, habit. Terminal 7 effect: Yoshi eating enemies to create eggs, or eating fruit enemies in Smash for recovery. If meat is interpreted broadly as any organic enemy, Yoshi's ability to swallow Koopa Troopas, Goombas, and other foes to gain an egg projectile would be disabled. This would be a crippling blow to his combat and travel methods. Kirby inhale ability, swallowing enemies to copy powers. Kirby is famous for eating everything. The inability to eat organic enemies, as meat, would prevent him from copying powers in battle. He could still inhale objects, but the ability to gain an enemy's special move would be lost. Mario, Luigi, and company. Wario, DK, Peach, general in-game eating, e.g., healing items in Smash or Mario Party, stews in Super Mario Odyssey. In the Smash Bros. And Mario Party universes, food items often appear for healing. Many of these items, like Super Smash Bros.'s turkey, or stews containing meat, would be unusable for the infected character, greatly reducing their healing options. Donkey Kong. While mostly a banana eater, his powerful strength and diet might include other foods considered meat, such as coconuts. Although fruit, he is a great candidate for a carnivorous change in the wild. Mostly safe, but would be unable to eat meat-based items or any fictional, meat-based bananas, if such a thing existed. 2. Characters negligibly or indirectly affected. These characters either are not known for eating in-game or primarily subsist on non-meat diets. Character affected ability, habit. Terminal 7 effect: Pikachu and Jigglypuff. Pokémon are generally not shown eating meat in combat or for sustenance. Pikachu is known for berries. Minimal effect: they would simply have to avoid any meat-based Smash healing items. Since their combat isn't based on eating, their performance is largely unchanged. Link. Consumption of cooked meals for healing and buffs, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style. Link would be fine as long as he avoids cooking meat skewers or meals containing meat, poultry ingredients. He would rely solely on fruits, vegetables, mushrooms, and elixirs, which is entirely feasible but limits his cooking variety. Samus Aran. Not typically shown eating, her energy is recharged. No effect on her abilities. As a bounty hunter encased in a power suit, her metabolic needs are rarely relevant to the gameplay. Fox McCloud. Not typically shown eating, his life is centered around piloting the R-Wing in space combat. No effect on his abilities. He would just have to hope the mess hall on the Great Fox serves a non-meat option. Captain Falcon. Not shown eating in his games. His focus is racing. No effect on his abilities. His major concern would be finding a vegan-friendly post-race snack. Ness. Eating food items, like hamburgers, for healing in Earthbound. The game item hamburger would be strictly off-limits, limiting one of his healing options. He would have to rely on other items like popsicles or pizza, assuming the pizza is meatless. Conclusion. Terminal 7's primary effect would be less a disease, and more an involuntary, universal imposition of a strict vegetarian, vegan diet. For characters like Yoshi and Kirby, the effects would be functionally the most severe, as it cripples the very core mechanics of their gameplay. For the humanoid characters, it's mostly a dietary inconvenience and the loss of some healing items.